It's pretty cool. Let's, Alright, so it looks like we need to do a little summary. So we got new people coming in. Y'all probably not gonna watch them videos due to quality. And you're probably not gonna watch this one depending on how I present it. I'ma just say this from the beginning. I'm I'm one of them people you see in the movie, like I'm a regular dude. Why me? So when it came to one of them times, you seek and you find. For real, for real. It all started last total solar eclipse. Okay? Really, it was a little bit before then, before I stopped even thinking about shit like that. Most of the time, I would just be high saying, what if? Just, when there was nothing to talk about. But most of them what ifs was like, yeah. But, seeing a reptilian before them shits was real. I saw it in Maryland on 100 acres. It's probably the reason why they trying to take my grandparents' shit now. Because I know my grandpa was way smarter than what people thought, and he ended up in a wheelchair, and then the family ended up doing fucking everything up because they don't understand business. They probably understanding business and not even, but the thing is they don't know their self to put two and two together. So when they read business, something else clicks when they're reading it. So I'm just like the black sheep, you feel me? So, getting back to the point, 2017, I always explained on this channel, that was the beginning of the 7-year tribulation. And then there'll be people on here that are double agents just because they know some knowledge, be on here fucking downplaying people. And really, I don't even listen to people like that too many no more. It's just people I don't mind listening to because everyone needs the reminder at times. Okay? So it's like certain people, yeah, I'm listening to, but after a while, I just when there was nothing to look at, that's when I started posting. So like, at the end of the day, there's always something to look at though. Not downplaying nobody. But this shit is going on collectively. And that's how I see a lot of A's and B's going on, dealing with the 12 tribes being divided because niggas are stuck in a 1-2 ratio or a 2-1. Like, really a 1-2 ratio. Like, there's no balance. So even though this person might unlock themselves, they didn't fully unlock themselves because a person who's fully gonna unlock themselves is gonna be balanced because that's literally the only way you can do that shit. So when it comes to them acting like they're on that shit, they're really not on that shit. Okay? It's just they might have some knowledge that you didn't know or understand different languages and shit because when you do that shit, you can understand that this shit ties to a cycle. But I'm tired of motherfuckers capping, okay? It's certain energies, it's certain ways you're gonna be when you're in this energy. You can get attached to something real quick if you forgot about how you even got to that point. Because other than that, you're just blocking it out. Not trying to block it out, you're just blocking it out. That shield gets activated. Okay? But anyways, let's get on here. So, from my discoveries, my awakening, this shit's not new. But it's gonna seem new when I present it to you. But after a while, it's not gonna seem new to you. It's gonna seem like common sense, just like all this other shit that's going around. Okay? This awakening and people feeling like they're smarter than other people. No. They're coming back to your senses because of cellular reproduction going on, meaning your cells are repairing itself and rebuilding itself for the most part. Unless you're going against the cycle, dealing with these agent and these agents that's in the air, food, drugs. Okay? That's one of the trinities when it's coming to attacking the body. Because you being the air of the blood, because the air is literally part of you. All the elements is you at the end of the day. So nature is your output to your input. Okay? But when it comes to the air though, that's a reflection of your blood at the end of the day. Okay? And the body, just like Shu. That's why I say I'm Shu Kai. Okay? Shu Kaya. Okay? Because the Shu stands for the blood. No, the Shu stands for the fire in the air. Okay? The atoms floating around. Just like you have atoms floating around in your blood. Then you have Tef and Nut. Tef and Nut is like the waters in the planet. Okay? So that's representing the body. Okay? But what also ties to the planet? The moon, when it comes on that frequency. And the sun is supposedly more on the atoms and the atoms and the air, dealing with the fire. Okay? And then the moon is more like the ground and the seas. Okay? So, but in my eyes, I be saying the moon is the backside of the sun. You use the moon to actually tell the phases and what's also around the sun. That's why niggas starting to see 3 moons or 3 suns, because 6 zodiacs to denote 7D, you need 6 stars plus 1. So 6 stars is actually 3 twins. Goes back to the 3 twin sisters, and we're going back to the 7 sisters, dealing with these stars, the energy cycles. But 6 stars creates 3 lights. 6 stars is 3 binaries coming together, 3 twins coming together, forming a trinity of light with one. Okay? So that's really how all your 12 zodiacs does. And as it goes around each year, it's denoting a higher state at every 90-degree angle. So as it goes around each year, it's denoting a higher state. Okay? So I just broke that shit all down. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so this is a quarter of a year. 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 It's just like when you're in school, right? So you got your quarters of the year. Say April, July. You can discern all the shit I say because most of the time I just miss saying shit. The older videos when I was talking out loud to see what the fuck, I was saying it and saying it. But at first I was like July to July. So I was saying it's 3 alternates of July, August, and September, which I'm going to keep right there. But yeah, so we got your 4 phases. I'm going to say April 27th. Each one is just like July 27th. dealing with the Lionsgate portal. So when you go to Ezekiel's wheel or the cherub and you see them 3 or 4 faces dealing with the dragon or whatever, this is what happening when it's dealing with you and the drag and the Kundalini. Okay, so if you just pay attention to these months, you'll realize you're denoting to a higher energy. This is really why I be saying fast, because if you can stay down fasting through these 3 months and then do another 3 months and then do another 3 months, you're just gonna keep going because you're gonna realize I'm straight. You feel me? But the thing is, your cerebral is gonna get the moving more. Okay. So when you're coming back to your senses, you're gonna start seeing a lot of more shit. Okay. So this has been my tracking of the sun shit. Because really when you have these sacred degrees where all the sunspots are, they always hit the same spots, if y'all haven't noticed. On Lasso, if y'all haven't noticed, they always hit the same spot. Those are lands, okay, that are trying to rise. My bad, I've been goddamn fighting these chemtrails. Feel me? But let's be the lands, okay? So getting back to the point. When 2021 hit, or 2020 going into 2021, it denoted this frequency right here. But if you look at these frequencies, okay, what do these frequencies match up when it's dealing with you? This is why I call it the 360 science. You feel me? Because it's a cycle thing. Denoting these 90 hertz is like 90 years of memory. Dealing with the memory from the light we've been exposed to. So 3 months could be like 90 years. Boom. This, boom, keep going. This is 3, 6, 9. But the 12 is no number greater than 9. That's a 3. So the 9 to here is always the rebirth stage because it has a rebirth of the 9 so it can denote itself into a higher state. Other than that, it will just be boom, 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 boom. This is for it to denote its completion. Okay? I always have to have a rebirth stage, just like the 3 to the 6, that's a rebirth stage because it's denoting itself into a higher, a 4, 5, 6. Okay? And that's why I say we like 50% done because 4, 5, 6 is denoting this month going into next month. And then the next trinity starts, which is 7, 8, 9. Okay? So if you peep chakras, this was hitting your chakras as it was going through these years. Okay? It was starting to hit your chakras. By 2020, 2021, this ended up denoting, right? So you start looking at shit way differently because this is more of a higher state, okay? It's dealing with a higher state. If you look at your chakras dealing with the 7 in your body, it goes up to like 800, 900 hertz. So anything higher is you dealing with ascension type symptoms, okay? And since then, motherfuckers been dealing with ascension type symptoms, okay? So as the years or the hertz, been rising, these are harmonic frequencies coming up with the sun, right? So frequencies do different shit, okay? It's just like if you wanted to time travel, you would have to tune into the frequency of that year. And pretty much is what I'm saying. The hertz was tuning in to the frequency of the year dealing with the DNA memory. And I'm not saying go listen to some hertz and try to tap into it like that. I'm saying it's coming off the sun like that. So it's physical ether. Because the dome can't manipulate it like it used to. So is coming back to, is going to where the magnetism is pulling it, which is people, the planet, the air, the waters, all types of shit. So look, I've been saying 6 years later, 2023, but 2023, for real, in my eyes, till April. This is the timeline for it. So people lately been revealing shit from the 1890s to now. It's like at first you was seeing more Egyptian stuff like that, but everybody done got that shit out the way, especially in 5D. And before that, you feel me, 2021, 2022, that's when niggas was getting that shit. It makes sense once you peep what I'm saying. Okay. So this also ties back to the 7 year tribulations or the seven trumpets. Cause this timeline right here is the 2500 year prophecy. So there's another one that's a 22. So that's gonna be either from now to June or from June to September, which would be the next gate. Because all these quarters is actually gates. You feel me? They're gates to this shit. It's when Sirius lines up, whoop de whoop. If you don't understand, go and look up what's the lineup with the Lionsgate portals. You feel me? So 2160 to 2520, 7 ether or 7D denotes on the planet. But this totality is a 1 through 9 type thing. So when you put in it on like a 2D dimensional split, I guess, would that be 2D? You can say like the states. Those gonna be the levels. Like 7, 8, 9 is gonna be like the skies and the opening of the skies. So probably would weaken the firmament more. 4, 5, 6 is where we at on this grid. That would be 4, 5, 6, which is 3 crosses. Dealing with the CeeLo game, it's 3 crosses because it's 3 cubes. And it's also a 36 representing completion. Yeah, the 33 was just, and it's the mastery of self number. Because once you master yourself, you master the 6-9, the yin and the yang. But really the cycle. Because the 6-9 represents a cycle too. You become the 33 of the 6-9. Which is a fucking timeline. 3693. Like, can't even make this shit up. That's why I'm saying these sunspots, it hit around the 360 or what you call it 360. It's only a 360 because of the light that gets created. That's why these geometrical shapes and frequencies, the Egyptians was into that. You feel me? That's why I'm into that, because I'm, you feel me? Egyptian. It was a lot playing with me, Slim. Like, so that's why I know these portals about to start unlocking. I wonder what's gonna walk through them motherfuckers. I already got a video of it looked like a witch or something. But I'm only saying that because it looked like it was on a broom, right? And they just came out the sun, all black. But yeah, this some Obama numerology. I mean gematria, I guess. But I did this shit on my own. I ain't using no computer. You feel me? Because I started peeping something about the Hebrew and the Greek chart. When you have them lined up, it's already representing a cycle. It's representing a 369 cycle. Okay? It has different scales to it too. The Libra scale. From alpha to omega. So it has different scales to it though. Like you have your 0 through 10. Then you have your tens. It goes in the tens place, like 10, 20s, 30s, all the way to 100 or 90. And then it goes to 100, and it goes in this hundreds place to 900s. And then it goes to the thousands place. You feel me? So I know that shit tied to it too. Like all this shit come together. So the alphabet being the alpha beta system, your A and B system, your A and B, your 1 and your 2, your 12. You hear what I'm saying? Your A and your B is your alpha beta system, and the alphabet is talking about a cycle. The reason why they're naming shit off of Greek and Hebrew names, which have meanings. So at the end of the day, they're telling you about what the fuck they're doing to you. Becomes is really a code because they know people will really, I guess, it's been a butterfly effect. So it's up. People actually like researching and making it cool back for the kids to get back into it. And really, we don't even need the computer. So really, if you keep the computer around, it'll actually help slow shit down. Once you take that shit away, because it's gonna bring chaos, but niggas gonna start realizing shit that they didn't know they could do because the ether's gonna be here. It's physical ether. The dome is like 50% depleted. But they take the shit away, niggas gonna start tapping in like, we ain't worried about no shit shutting down. For real, for real. Because at the end of the day, you have to have contentment, peace. Dang, I forgot I had this in here. Mm. So I guess I was just drawing shit. But it's like 2021. But yeah, there's some Georgias, right? Alright, so it's a Georgia where they having all the wars and shit from Russia and them. Because really, Turkey, Russia, India, China, they are all gang at the end of the day. Europe try to act like they split from that shit. They still gang too, which is bringing problems over here where we at. So that's what it really comes with war on us. Because when you start from the Western Empire, okay, when they went to the Eastern Empire and crossed over, their family went with them too. You feel me? Some of the family stayed, other family went. Start doing some eugenic shit, whoop-de-whoop. Next war. Empire. Next empire. Byzantine, whatever. Just all that empire takeover story, and you see this shit happening right now. It always dealt with eugenics at the end of the day, from what I've been seeing. So, right now, it's even tying back to eugenics too. Because they have something called a xenotransplant, right? So, and these are certain questions that get asked in certain places. Xenotransplants is dealing with animal transplants, okay? Is when I broke it down as xeno, because it has two aspects to it, feminine and masculine, dealing with that word. That's how you know you're dealing with energies when you're dealing with words. Like we just said, the A and the B is the alpha and beta. Alpha, beta. 1, 2, split. Okay? The A and the B, alpha, beta, that's the alphabet. But the alphabet is a cycle. And they've been telling you a code going along this cycle, right? So these words be having meanings. That's why I say the Hebrew and the Greek chart, you line it up, the words match up with the numerology. But it's gonna match up like Greek Hebrew. So you can see, like, you don't really need like a gematria, little gematria thing, because they already have it next to it. Like, that's how they count it. It's like it's numerology with how they count the shit. They have the tens place, then it goes to, no, it's 1 through 9, then it's 10 through 90, then it's 100 through 900, and then so on and so on. But this is like some weird shit right here. I can't even tell you how I broke this shit down. But I was starting it off by see, like, omega is 70. So, and I think I can't really remember right now. But yeah, shit be getting weird. Obama is sus. It's like how it's only 19 keys. You feel me? That's what I meant. Boom. You see how it goes up in a different scale? Like the letterings, that's how you can see the gematria and how to count it, type shit. That's why Omicron actually lines up with Xenobot on some weird shit. Like, Omicron, okay, so Omi means, see, Omi means AN, that's a 7. What I got over here? But AN is a suffix of Zayin, which is the weapon. Yeah, Zayin is the weapon. But Zayin is Zeta in Greek, or Zetia. You feel me? Which is Zetia is the Zeta Bay, right? Zetia is the Zeta Bay, dealing with jabby jab. So lipo lipoprotein transfer is spelled EZETIMBE. Ezetibate. It come from the studies from the west, from the Igbo tribe or the Izzo tribe. Just like the tetraoxidant comes from the studies in Haiti, and the production of it is high because you can find a lot of it in the puffer fish, and they got a lot of that shit in China. So when everyone's really been working together, they've been literally working together and then acting like they're not with war just so they can get some paperwork shit together. Because really, they don't have no contract over this. Their contract expired. So now they trying to push this world order shit some more. You feel me? Because their contract that ass expired. And I'm starting to see it. Like, really just niggas gotta stand on that shit. Get ownership. It's just like the music labels, bruh. Get ownership of your masters. You gotta get ownership of your masters. Okay? Because thinking you own some shit, you don't. And when you actually think about it, niggas catalogs is long as hell. Especially if you alive right now. Niggas shit's just long as hell. You feel me? Real long. But it's just like once you sign, you sign. But you gotta get out that contract. Because like I was saying, the moon ties to the ground with its manipulation. Like, it ties to the ground and the waters and its frequencies. But the moon is tying to the energies on the alpha beta system, Mu and Nu. Okay? So Mu Nu, that's dealing with the lands on left and right of the grid. Also dealing with left and right of your grid. Mu and Nu. A, B, 1, and 2. You feel me? But, my bad, these chemtrails is fucking me up. My ass be outside. It be clearing up. It's just, it falls when it clears up. So, like, grounding. You ground, you make sunspots. Depending on your intent. That's how you create sunspots. I don't know if people be saying that or not. But I know for sure. You create, like, an energy grid type shit for it to pick up on signals. So it's like when it's cloudy outside, you're pretty much helping nature because it bothers them like it bothers you. So when you tap in, you start dealing with the plasma in the trees because the trees got their own plasma too. So when you start rising it up, it starts to send up a frequency, a message to the air. And then the sun picks up, boom, picks up on the magnetism where it needs to connect to. It's like carbon footprints on the moon, but you know they ain't making no fucking carbon footprints on the moon. Yeah. Especially, you know you're doing some shit where your conscience is when it's cold and the bottom of your feet start to heat up like a stovetop. You know you're doing some shit. You feel me? Other than that, just tell them to move all this stank ass energy I don't need in me. You feel me? But whenever you feel sore or something, you get off work, just put your feet in the grass real quick, you know, hit a little blunt real quick and you smoke. And just watch the difference, like get a little boost. Alright, so what's next in the notes? So I forgot all this shit was in here. Alright, so it said the moon Kai satellite, density 3.344 G centimeter. Whoa. Sometimes I can be like, damn, did I write this shit? But I know I used to like go on Google and try to match shit up, and I know I wouldn't remember, so that's what got me writing and shit. And it was weird for me, cause I was never doing shit like that. I mean, I used to take the best notes actually. That was really how you pass tests. But like, I guess But yeah, anyways, the moon is the Earth. No, the moon is Earth or the lunar is Kai. Only natural satellite, about 1/4 of the Earth. Kai is the diameter of Earth. It is the fifth largest satellite in the solar system. The largest satellite in the solar system related to its own planet and larger than any known dwarf planet. So that's a dwarf planet. So solar systems, you have satellite planets, classical planets, and dwarf planets. See, dwarf planets were conceived of a category of a planet. However, 2006, the concept was adopted by International Astronomical Union, the IU, no, the IAU, as a category of a subplanetary object. Part of the three-way recategorization of the bodies orbiting the sun, planets, dwarfs, and small solar system bodies. Thus, Stern of other geologists consider dwarf planets to be planets. But since 2006, IAU and perhaps the majority of astronomers has excluded them from the roster of planets. Hold on. Y'all probably confused, and I'm sitting here confused too. And I'm the one who wrote this shit. But hold on, bro. Because I'm pretty sure this was talking about the moon, though. And that's probably what had me on that shit saying the moon is the backside of the sun. Because really, the sun just don't deal with the air. And the moon just don't deal with the seas and the planet. Like, that shit deal with the air, too. So, like, it be cap. That's why I say you look at the moon, but tell the phases of the sun. It's something else, though, that be up there, though. Like, for sure. And it's in one of my videos, but you might have to change the resolution and, like, make it stronger. Whatever videos, it's like 5 of them, and it's like a red moon looking type shit. I ended up waking up to go smoke, and I looked up, and I was like, the moon look weird. So every time the moon looked weird, I'll put my phone on it. So, um, I put my phone on it, and I'm like, oh shit, I think it's the eclipse. And I was watching this little live, and they was trying to look at it. I was like, oh shit, I think I'm catching this shit. So I'm catching the eclipse happen, but when it covered the moon or whatever, it was like it covered the moon, but it was like early as hell. It was like 5 in the morning. It's like it covered the moon. But what was left there was a big ass orb, nigga. It was like, I'm sorry for my language, but like, I'm really not. But it was a big orb, like a big orb. Like, I don't know if y'all seen Star Wars. So they, you got the big Death Star, right? It was like a mini Death Star, and I seen one of them flying away from the military, like the Air Force and shit on the beach. Somebody had a video on like TikTok or something like that. It was one of those. But on my video, I'm looking at it, but I did not need my camera to stare at it. Like that's how visible it was, and it was just sitting there. And I'm like, I'm low key talking loud, and I already talk soft as hell, so it's like I'm talking loud so other people can like see what I'm looking at and like try to come outside or something. Cause I needed somebody else to be like a witness to what I was saying, but nobody came outside. Like when I tell you it was just an orb sitting there, like I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't really want to stare at it, but it was hard not to. Like it looked like a 2D, 3D. Like it looked fake as fuck, but it was real, and it was just sitting there. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It just looked like a mini Death Star. It was like blackish, grayish, or grayish, and it was just sitting there. Alright, yeah. Back to how I was saying a Micron matches Xenobot. I think I got it written down, make it easier. Alright, so Omi means Ayan, which is the prefix for Zayn, meaning weapon. We broke down the Xenobot was connected to Micron and Xenia. It is the hospitality they show to discover who is divine or not. These are my notes from when I first started trying to make this channel, you feel me? Trying to make videos. This would be crazy. It actually, Greek hospitality, oh yeah. Xenia is the hospitality they show to discover who's divine or not. It was pretty much them being fake towards people just to make them comfortable. And the whole town was set up like that. So when it was new people who came in, like with stories and shit, it's kind of like how you see on YouTube. People coming in with stories. It's just the same shit replaying. It was more easier because they can track you more faster. Who gives a fuck? Um, so look, so that was Xenia, but the Xeno means gift of Zeus, and that ties to um, a type of acid they was trying to give Kronos, alchemy, some type of potion type shit. They say Omi is Ayan and Zayn is weapon. Kron from a micron and bot from Xenobot means the same thing. Cron is a Unix utility, Unix daemon that executes and commands in a cron tab file at a specific time and date. Also used as a schedule such function as a backup and maintenance procedure, often called cron jobs. Command run on. Bot is an autonomous program on the internet or another network that can interact with systems or users. It's an autonomous program on the internet or another network that can interact with systems or users. The second definition of bot is a robot. The third is a computer program that operates as an agent for a user or other programs to simulate a human activity. They are used to automate certain tasks, meaning they can run without specific instructions from humans. There's a video on YouTube and it tells you what the Xenobots are. The Xenobots is pretty much these little AI critters, pretty much like parasites. It deals with different animals. It's probably why it's dealing with different companies. Dealing with different animals with this shit, okay? And then it has a little AI that can be transferred through a lipoprotein. It can be transferred through something as small as a needle. And what it does, it reproduces itself and grows off another system. Pretty much people's systems. My bad, bro. Like my nose stuffed up. And I'm trying to like say this shit. And sometimes it be making me tear up sometimes, you feel me? So I'm trying to like, feel me, hold this shit in. Cause really, this shit is real, bro. So, and that's the Zetabe, or the Zetia, right? Cause, let me see. Is this Greek and Hebrew? Alright, so Zeta, Zayin. Zeta and Zayin is both a 7. One is Hebrew, one is Greek. Okay, a micron is a 7 because it's a 70. Okay. Ayin means to see or eye. Zayin means weapon. So this Zetia is alpha mic. Yeah, cause more and more that shit that's supposed to be popping up, shit that's dealing with alpha omicron. I mean alpha micron, but at the end of the day, that's alpha omega. Or just omega, period. I'm trying to see. Is this shit? Somebody spilled a cup on my whole book. Like this girl I was dealing with. She spilled her cup on this shit. It's kind of like pages ripped out, all types of stuff. They don't got the front and back to it. Shit down. See, it's too many pages ripped out, bro. Do you see this? Like, that shit crazy. Okay, so te in Latin, you telling time or position of atom molecules or changing a common Latin phrase used in hymns and prayers is te. Due to Laudamus, which means we praise thee, O God, we also use again the word te to talk about the element of philosophical Taoism or loss. Te represents the harmony with Tao, inherent character, inner power, integrity, quality, virtue, etc. Medical transesophageal echocardiogram, a special type of echocardiogram. It usually done when your doctor wants to look more closely to your heart for blood clots. Tra means in the middle of or among. Tra is toxicological risk assessment methodology. Tra used to tell about an event in a specific and divine amount of time. Tetra equals 4, which bonds with atoms. Gra means pleasing, beloved there. What? See, this shit. I think I was trying to break down tetragrammaton. Because that's going to deal with all this little fake ass illusion shit. But all my notes is like gone, bro. I drew some little picture though. It was kind of cool. Let's see, I was about to talk about tetragram, how that shit was working, and I just stopped. My man said I got ADHD. And I always been saying that shit. Like, I might have ADHD. Alright, so. Move. Move receptors. Alright, so move or Moors. The move receptors that neuromodulate different psychological functions, primarily nociception, but also stress, temperature, respiration, endocrine activity, gastrointestinal activity, memory, mood, and motivation. Thus, these receptors binds opioids, commonly referred as Moors. However, the opioid receptor families is so large in addition to the Moors. Delta opioids, which are the triangle opioids receptors called DORs, kappa opioids receptors called cores, and then nociceptin receptors called NORs. Also referred to the opioid receptors like receptor 1, ORL receptors, which appears to have a critical role in the development of tolerance to the mu opioid agonists used in analgesics. Other receptors are a class of receptors that neuromodulate different psychological functions, primarily nociception, but Also, stress, temperature, other opioids receptors include the zeta, which is zayin, equal weapon in Hebrew, epsilon, ether, the lambda, and the iota 9, opioid receptors. Okay, so they naming all these shits along the alphabet. Then they got the English letters that mean some shit. Oh shit. Yes sir. That A and that B comes together and it denotes that sun energy, which denotes the gamma. Okay? And when it denotes the gamma, it comes back up, whoop whoop. Then it denotes the diamond, which is delta. And delta denotes a higher state. Pyramid science at the end of the day. But really it's DNA science. Fucking pyramid science is DNA science. It's all the same shit. You feel me? But you right, guy. Activation. You feel me? Alright, so look. Y'all probably left me already. Dang. It's cool though. So I really woke up. It was like I was in another round teaching some shit. And I woke up. It's like, that's how I'm gonna start it off. But when I thought about it, I couldn't really think about how I started off. So I was like, fuck it. And just, if I was reading this shit, I was like, all these pages keep going, so it's like, what the fuck? And shit, the beginning of the video was straight till somebody hopped on it. And then I don't know what happened after that. Yeah, ain't nothing else in here no more. Oh, this one I had a video breaking down the zirconian weapon ties down to the draconian weapon. When you take the Zer out and put D in, you're just gonna get draconian. With a Xi out, you don't even need no A in it. It's gonna just spell draconian weapon. So the Z is for the D. When I say the Z is for the D, the Zeta is for the tetracovalent bond. So when that xenobot interacts with that tetracovalent bond, right, it it tries to become one with it, you feel me? And when it becomes one with it, it starts breaking down the cell. It starts pretty much mutating itself as is. But so say if like in the underworld or something, they got the Kato, right? So the Kato or the parasite, once it start eating you up and shit, it started developing in you like it was actually doing something. And it started pretty much mutating people into other beings and shit like that, right? So it really needed. The thing is, the Xenobot operates off of your growth, starts confusing um, your cells with other cells, making it like it's something else. So that's why the Z is for the D. Okay, D representing the capital D is going to tie back down to your tetracovalent bonds. You feel me? You don't ever fuck with that shit. You feel me? They can reproduce. That's why I say niggas need to be fasting anyways. Took it or not. You need to be fasting anyways. Making common sense. Because even Neo had to get rid of it. Neo had a little parasite in him. He didn't even fucking know. So if people telling you, you need to get rid of these parasites, you need to go order some shit and get rid of these parasites. For real, for real. Clean the gut up. Especially females. Gotta clean that womb up. Everybody talk about fupa and shit. Like shit, I still talk to a woman with fupa, but at the end of the day, from the knowledge I have now, you need to clean that shit up. You feel me? Everybody want their metabolism back at the end of the day. But if you don't fast long enough, you're not gonna go back to that regular metabolism. You're still gonna have that slow metabolism, then be mad as hell. You gain all the weight you just lost. Cause you ain't stay down. You have to stay down. Like with me, I saw within itself when weird shit started happening to me on its own. I guess it was the timing I was doing it, which really makes sense because it was like from some April to July type shit. It was an out of body experience. I felt like I met my higher self on some king type shit. But before that, it felt like I went through some like Enoch shit. And it was like, I'm glad I knew that shit myself. But it was like, I had to come back down. And when I came back down, like, so and I had to fight. Like, dead ass, bro. Like, real life, fight this motherfucker, bro. There was blood on my wall where I was at when this shit happened. I remember I did some whole Avatar shit. And I was like the first, but I couldn't remember shit for the longest. But now, as I'm remembering, I was thinking it was like, first I was thinking it was the military for the longest. Like, that ass. Like, that's how I really got. Cause who I was, like, it was like I was talking to myself when Brad got down. Like some Sumerian god type. Like, nigga, everything was gold. You feel me? Like, I don't even think I had that picture beforehand. But everything was gold. You feel me? But it seemed like it was just different scenes from the shit that I couldn't remember from it, and it helped. Like when certain people who actually was around me and was like, they think they met God or some shit. Like my homie was talking about when he was paralyzed one time, and it's like his body started floating, like on some shit, and he was like, on some, like talking to God or some shit. He told him what to do. And it was like he said something. He was like he had an out of body experience or something. And when he said certain thing, I started remembering shit. I was like, oh. So it was like, I don't know, bro. Ever since then, everything started making sense. I mean, it was already making sense at first. It was, I just heard about what the Lionsgate portal was, but my frequency was so up. Like, all I was eating was straight fruit, nothing else. Like, that's why I be telling people to fast through the cycles. So I was really just unlocking gates and going higher and 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 higher on some weird shit. So I know I ain't hop on this video to really explain shit, but I didn't really hop on this video to explain shit. so, so I'm just, I think this is a dream I wrote down though. Alright, so it says, I was up on the morning of November 2nd, 2021. I know we've been in the Great Awakening age, the Golden Age, and the Age of Aquarius. This is the time, the energy cycle we are in is the same from any book or legend, just in any other narrative. I had a dream and I saw all different views. I wake up in my room, saw everyone home just chilling. The way I entered my dream is the same way as I woke up. I saw everyone in the family as it was when I went to sleep. I went outside like I always do to go smoke. I knew of the things to come. Nobody listened and decided not to go to work. When I was on the stairway, I saw my neighbors freaking out. I went back to this book and started seeing what I wrote down in my dreams. I remember hearing some kids in the apartment say, run, 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 speeding down the stairs. I saw explosions in the sky as the fireworks with balls of fire. I felt the heat from far away. I came in to warn my family, but they sat in the living room like I was a ghost. They wouldn't listen. It's like I appeared as I was heard, but I was still ignored. Then it would be like I was invisible, like the boy who cried wolf. I started to pack my head. No, I started to pack my bag. I remember going back and forth yelling, come on, come on, come on. I kept going outside as something that seemed so far away was coming closer and closer than what I thought. I came out my room the fourth time, but I saw my nephew from DC, Steve, and he said my brother's here. I tried telling my parents and my sis, but they didn't listen till my older brother walked in. He explained I've been right and this DC is getting flooded. He said we got to go. It was more chaos on the way. They finally listened. My parents stayed and cried as they were ready to go home. Everyone else got on it after me saying, let's go. But I was the last in the house with my parents. and it still was like I was invisible, but still taking place of what was going on. I remember explosions. Then it was calm. The sound was me trying to get as much as I can, still yelling at my parents, go, go, go. Last thing I remember was pain they felt from not taking warning from God. As I was grabbing things, I heard chaos. I heard a chainsaw that reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When it got calm, it got darker. I cut myself from vision waking up with the beast in me. The intensity from energy running up and down my spine made me realize I saw terrorists, chaos, zombies, death, floods, and I saw everything even not explained because of memory from that will come back. This is the end of humanity, and the chosen ones will rise to restore balance. It has something to do with the Pope, the Vatican, running the world and using certain elects to push the agenda. Biden Benjamin, well, General Inferior great great grandson. What? Mm. So La Palma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Niggas talking about what's this shit, Niagara Falls? 'Cause that's one of Zeus spots. They got them kids in there and shit. And motherfucking clones and zombies and shit. Did y'all know a lot of places in the United States is actually legal to fucking clone? They don't give a fuck. Nigga, there's motherfucking clones probably everywhere. Niggas don't even know it, bro. Shit, motherfucker. I ain't saying I'm a clone, but shit, it's that real. Niggas might be clones. I know if I was on another timeline or some shit. Nah, fuck that. Man, ain't no fucking clone, nigga. After I seen plasma energy come out my feet and my hands, nigga. Motherfucking Iron Man. I seen Iron Man was talking about the blood. When that blood gets activated, that plasma gets activated, which is life force, nigga. And it's like that helium that be coming off, and you be absorbing that shit like a motherfucking balloon. So when you start to get the bouncing, your bounce is gonna be fucking be sun gazing, my nigga. Y'all niggas in the NBA, you be dunking on niggas. If you trying to get your bounce right, you need to be sun gazing, especially in that high UV. If you could stand up in that high UV of a 12 UV index and you sit in that bitch for about 3 hours, if you can withtake that, go to sleep, do that shit again, whoo-wee, you gonna be in this bitch. Feel like you motherfucking Superman, nigga. Damn, son. I might get some goals. Really, I might get this shit fixed, but mm, mm. I stood up for somebody I knew. Ended up having to go ahead with two of them. From what I was told, I was whipping two of them. So about 10 more joined in. Start whooping them. Somebody grabbed my hood though at one point and got down. That's when I came back to consciousness. Cause I think I blacked out when I was fighting, whooping their ass. I got down. I hit my shit and knocked my shit. like a little ring or something. I remember feeling that bitch. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, hold up, bro. And I couldn't space out. I had to take somebody down. And niggas try to put a strap out on me and everything. Shit crazy. That's what I'm saying. They be trying, whoever doing this shit, bro, on this YouTube shit, they be trying to attack me on motherfucking, on these Lion Gate portals. Like with the Namacons and shit. But they can't kill me. I mean, they could. But from what I went through, bro, they're not gonna kill me. So whoever's trying to do attacks, better watch out on these gates yourself. Boom. Because these Xenobots cause homolysis. Loosening up the homolytic fissions is a chemical bond association of a molecular bond by a process where each of the fragments of atoms or molecules retain the original bonded electron during homolytic fissions of a neutral molecule with an even number of electrons. Two free radicals will be generated. That is, two electrons involved in the original bond are distributed between the two fragment species. The energy involved in this process is called bond dissociation energy, which is also called BDE. Bond cleavage is also possible for a process called heterolysis, dealing with your A and your B bonds. Remember, lysis means pathological blood destruction, and that starts to die out in your spleen, okay? Which deals with your solar plexus, your connection to the solar system. So like with that energy, like you need your solar plexus interacting with all your chakras. You feel me? So everything has to be in line, really. Yeah, to stay so it don't become unbalanced. You feel me? Like they all have to be in the right energies. So bond association energy is defined as enthalpy per mole required to break a given bond of a specific molecular entity by homolysis, symbolizes D. So homolysis is symbolized as capital D, which is why I was saying the Z is for the D. The Draconian juice is for shit. That Draconian juice, right? Known as that Xenobot, right? Is known as homolysis. Okay. The bond association energy is dependent on the strength of the bond. So the bond association, when it's trying to attach that T cell to your tetracovalence, to your carbon to hydrogen links, pretty much, it's trying to dissociate them jumps with each other and associate itself with it so it can reproduce in your body. If this wasn't for me to say anything, then it wouldn't even be out. So therefore, I'm gonna spit my shit. And when I blend up this fruit, and this little coughing shit gonna be gone. I got the, it's like a mixture of pollen and the bullshit in the air. Like, so I had to sweep a whole bunch of pollen. But really, if pollen's supposed to help growth and shit, man, I say keep them pollens, shred them up or something, and then put it on the land. Whoop-de-whoop. See me, I fucks with the bees and the hornets. They fuck with me. You feel me? I fuck with the birds. They fuck with me. Even you little robot ones that be looking at shit. Little Robin and shit. Little fuck niggas. Hey. Nature fucks with me. You feel me? It fucks with you too. It fucks with you too. You feel me? It fucks with you too. It's crazy. I'm supposed to be going live about some whole other shit. Not live about this. I got a whole list of lives. So that means y'all better not be fucking with my goddamn shit, bitches.